Hey, Chris, I know injuries have been a big part of your year. Come back from all of them. Just we haven't talked to you since the Raiders game. Just take us through how you did that and when you discovered that you might have hurt that finger.
Yeah, it was on the touchdown I scored. Just trying to make sure that I was inbounds. So when I put my hand down, it was just open, kind of like a freak accident, kind of bent in a weird way. Um, I honestly I thought it was just jam, so I just got it taped up, continue to play. Um, Next day it was more swollen than usual, so I got it checked out and happened to be broken. Obviously, like that's a disappointing thing, but injuries happen, and that's not really something that I can control. So only thing I can really do is focus on getting back, which is what I was doing, and I was glad to be out there with my boys.
How much pain are you in, and how does I know you got that kind of splint and a cast over? You got some pins in that finger, so
Mm-hmm.
how does it inhibit you at all trying to catch the ball?
I mean, of course, it affects how I catch the ball and just kind of how I move, just naturally. But I mean, I go out there and I'm trying to do my job. It's not really like an excuse for me not doing what I do. If I'm out there, it's because I feel comfortable enough to go out and actually play and to contribute to a team victory.
Thanks.
Next question will come from Greg Allman.
Hey, Chris, I know you guys like to put these games to bed after 24 hours, but it's our only chance to get you on this. So just want to ask you about Sunday and why things started so slow, why you think you guys had the 4 3-and-outs to start and kind of dug a big hole there early.
Honestly, I really just think it comes down to execution. I think when we go out there, we have a good game plan going in, and sometimes things don't really go your way. They did a really good job of playing their to their strengths and playing their game plan, and they just executed better than us. We got to take that one on the chin, and we got to learn from it and grow, which we'll do.
Chris, you and Mike, it always seems, have been very good about handling whatever role is given to you. There's lots of people worried about chemistry issues with Antonio Brown coming in and him potentially taking a bigger piece of the offensive pie as far as that goes. How do you think you guys will handle just the juggling of one ball and a lot of people that are deserving of getting it?
Honestly, I think we'll be fine. Like you said, me and Mike, we're no strangers to that. I think we're coming in, with the same mentality that we've always had. We got a bunch of great guys in this locker room that are solely focused on winning, and when you have the chance to add another great talent, you do that. So we're looking forward to that opportunity to really like learning and growing and fitting them in the offense.
Thanks, Chris.
Next, we'll go to Jenna Lane.
Hey, Chris, glad to see that you're feeling better. On the subject of Antonio Brown, what has he brought to your receiving group that maybe you guys were lacking?
I mean, honestly, when you just look at his skill set, obviously he's a very explosive player and he has a really good track record. So I think when you're able to add that kind of experience and that kind of, I guess, explosiveness, I think you really add a lot more. It's just ability to the room. We have a pretty diverse room just in terms of what we do and the different things that we bring. We bring a talent like that in, it can only make us better.
I know that you guys were looking forward to this rematch against the Saints, right? So can you just take us through how you were feeling to go out there and with such high expectations for you guys just to not deliver? I mean, how are you feeling after that? How much does a loss like that eat at you?
Yeah, obviously, anytime you go out there and you lose, especially in the way that we did, it's disappointing. It's frustrating, especially, when it's a division opponent. So, like I said, we're going to take that one on the chin and we learn from it. They played a good game, and that's hats off to them. It's our job to learn from it and get better and make sure that it doesn't happen again.
Thanks, Chris.
Next, we'll go to Scott Reynolds.
Hey, Chris, the best record you guys have had since you've been here was 7-9 last year. You'll get to 7 wins with your next victory, whether it's Sunday or down the road here. How much does this 6-3 start buoy you guys and give you some real confidence and hope that this can end, that the season can end where you guys want it to, which is in the playoffs?
Yeah, we're very confident in that. I think when we approached this season, we understood, what our capabilities were, what the potential was, but we also understand that it's not just going to happen overnight, and we have to continue to put the work in. like, yeah, like with our next win, we'll tie that win total or my highest win total since I've been here. But we have higher aspirations, so we're just going to take it game by game and continue to just work. That's all we can do right now.
Thanks, Chris.
Next, we'll go to Steve Isbitz.
Chris, Coach Arians said he might make changes to the team's schedule in the 24 hours leading up to night games because something might not be quite right. Do you have any thoughts on why the team has struggled in the 3 night games?
Honestly, I don't really have anything in mind. There's no excuse, for us going out there and not executing. We just have to go out there and do it. Like I said, we have to look at the mistakes we've made and grow from them, and I'm confident that we'll do that. We got a bunch of really good guys on this team, a bunch of experienced guys, so like we'll get it figured out.
And did you expect to play as much as you did on Sunday night? You pretty much played the whole game.
Yeah, like I said, and if I'm out there playing, it's because I feel confident in my ability to go out and help the team. I'm not going to put myself in a disadvantageous position, nor am I going to put the team in a compromising position. So if I'm out there, it's because I feel confident in that, in my ability to help my team.
Thanks.
Next, we'll go to Joey Knight.
Chris, 9 games into the season, what would you say is the offensive identity of this team, your bread and butter, what you do well?
That's a good question. I would naturally say our passing game. I think we have so many weapons, like between running backs, tight ends, and receivers that we can go to. I feel like that's kind of our bread and butter. But I think as we continue to go throughout the season, we're going to have to do a better job running the ball. Receivers are going to have to do a better job blocking. We're going to have to be all on the same accord in order for us to get to where we want to go. There's some really good teams out there, really good defenses, and you can't just be one-dimensional. So it's our job to make sure that we're as balanced as possible.
Thanks.
Next question will come from Sarah Walsh.
Hey, Chris, I know you had talked about a second ago, you take that loss and you just learn from it. A couple weeks ago, penalties were an issue, and I know Bruce really harped on that, and that was the one thing that guys really focused on cleaning up, and we saw that change the next game. Is there one thing, after you watch the film from Sunday night, is there one thing that jumps out to you of like, this is the thing we got to fix for this week going forward?
So I wouldn't necessarily say one thing. I think there's 3 things. I think there's penalties, there's turnovers, and then there's just like execution problems, so mental errors. And I think if we just really focus on fixing those things, I think we'll really see a change in the outcome, similar to like how it was earlier in the season. And like that just comes to, that's just attention to detail. And like I said, I'm confident in our ability to fix that.
Next, we'll go to Kevin Lewis.
Chris, the league did some things locally in Tampa just for Veterans Day, and just for that and community projects. I know you have a foundation. Just in a season like this where you're not allowed maybe to go to a school or a hospital, how important is it to keep those activities going in some form or fashion?
Oh, it's very important. I think our community service just with the guys on this team is something that's very important to us. We really enjoy getting out in the community and really helping where we can. And so this, in a year like this where we can't actually do that is very tough. But, guys have a lot of really good teams around them that allow us to really still have that outreach and to still make an impact without physically being there. And that's stuff that we take pride in.
Thanks.
Next, we'll go to Jenna Lane.
Hey, Chris, back to your finger. Do you still have pins in your finger? What's the situation there? And if so, how many?
Yeah, I do have pins in it. I don't necessarily like remember how many, but I do know that they're still there. Hopefully I get those out pretty soon, but my finger's doing really well. I'm just looking forward to continue to play, and I'm sure it'll continue to do better as it continues to heal.